I get asked a lot where pirates pooed. I get asked this because I wrote this book. It's called Blackbeard's Treasure. It's a story, but it contains a lot of actual pirate facts and real pirate history. So, yeah, kids like to know these important things about where pirates pooed. So I thought you'd like to know. So if I draw you a little Bermudan sloop, I'm not brilliant at drawing, so they've got a really long bowsprit, the Bermudan sloops and the jib here, that goes up to the topsail, and then your main rig here is gaff rigged at this point in time. So there was a little sort of plank here with tiny holes in. I don't know if you can see that, I'll angle that better. So it's got little tiny holes in, like this plank. And the pirates would come, and they'd sit out on one of these holes, their feet dangling over the water like that, and they would poo through the hole straight into the sea with the happy fish underneath. So don't be a fish there. So that's what they do with a little boat. For a tall ship, so one with loads of, so imagine like it's got 3 masts with 3 sails on each mast. And like I say, not a particularly good thing. Loads of jibs here, and you've got the big thing now, because it's a big tall ship, it's got this massive galley sort of section on the back, and all signs back here probably. But there we go, so it looks a bit like that. Oh yeah, so good. Now they do have the toilets, the same little toilets where you have pirates coming over the top there. But because the captain's like cabin is in this bit, you know, because they've got those fine windows and they have all their meetings there, they've also got a little balcony often that comes out the back called the gallery. Now that is where the officers would poo. So they would come here and they'd poo, and you might think the poo would fall straight down into the water. But you're forgetting a very important thing about sailing. And that is wind direction. Because we think if we were here, you know, on the Titanic, we'd think the wind would be blowing this way, wouldn't we? But into our faces and like, every night in my dreams, that sort of thing. And because we're in cars, we're used to the wind blowing. If the ship's going this way, the wind must be going that way. The wind is filling these sails, which also means, so the sails are pushing the boat that way, so everything's moving this way, including the officers' poo. So they wouldn't be pooing straight down. The poo often comes up and goes straight back to the faces of the pirates on the deck. Which is why it is very important, if you know that the officers have had a dodgy tea, not to stand next to the gunwale. Blackbeard's Treasure, out now.